Screaming and shouting is what we're talking about yesterday and also today as well on the episodes of Get a Better Broadcast podcast and Video Voice. Now, remember that screaming and shouting isn't necessarily about sheer volume. A similar effect may be achieved perhaps by a shaking voice, and a whimper, an urgh, or exclamation may replace a level 11 guttural shout. It depends on what you're being asked for, but sometimes just a basic scream or just a basic shout is too obvious. And even if you are specifically screaming or shouting, the microphone itself can do a lot of work for you. I mean, after all, you're in a recording studio, not an open-air theatre, and the effect of loudness can be made more efficiently, effectively and safely by an engineer in the control room than you in the booth. Another tip is to leave the extreme voice work to the end of a session. As long as your studio work hasn't up to that point been too long or tiring, your folds should be pretty well warmed up. And importantly, if any soreness is caused by the scream, it won't affect the rest of the session if you do them at the end. And after the extreme projection, some cooling down, such as swooping up and down the notes in your range with hums and those low sounds I talked about yesterday, the ones that kind of move into a vocal fry. Bring your high, shrill, screaming tone down to your usual vocal note gradually and safely, and then rest your voice. From one voice extreme of shouting and screaming to another one, the softer voice, tomorrow as Get a Better Broadcast podcast and Video Voice continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.